Alright, so just like everyone didn't want in Call of Duty World War II Nazi Zombies DLC 1, the characters and what you have to do to unlock them has officially been leaked on Reddit. All 12 character unlocks are leaked, and one of them is even unlockable right now via Western Horse. And in this video, I'm going to read to you guys every single brand new character inside of World War II Zombies and how to unlock them before the map even comes out. The map is still 4 to 5 days away from release, and we know how to unlock every single one of the characters. And like I said, one of them is unlockable right now. But yeah, there's 12 new characters in total. 11 of them will be unlocked through the Darkest Shore, one of them through Western Horse, and like I said, it's unfortunate that they were data mined, but since they were, I might as well make a video telling you guys how to get them, since I'm going to do this anyways when the map comes out. Might as well get out of the way now. This way, once the map comes out and you're doing certain things, you can be like, oh, I have to do this for a character challenge, and you do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Take it for what it is. If you're happy or sad, I'm sorry. But hopefully this video, at the very least, can help you out with getting the character challenges unlocked. If it does, make sure you drop it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. And let's just jump right into the video. Alright, so let's just start off with the character that's unlockable right now, and that's the character inside our Western Horse. And the name of this character that you can actually unlock is the Bloodraven Mountaineer. Now, in order to unlock it, you have to complete 3 different challenges, and the first one is to just survive 30 waves without any down players in Western Horse. You can do the solo or co-op, obviously, just get to round 30 and you'll get that achievement. Next, survive 20 waves without taking damage in Western Horse. So that's very hard to do, very rough to do, but that's one of the challenges. And then the final one, this one's insanely hard. Defeat the Brenner in Western Horse. And if you don't know about the Brenner in Western Horse, I don't blame you, because guess when the Brenner spawns in Western Horse? On round 50, alright? That is freaking rough, man. That is rough. That is very hard to do to even get to round 50 on the map. And then once you get there, defeat a Brenner. So if you're up for the challenge, definitely get into a game, try to get it done, and you can unlock this character right now. That's the Bloodraven Mountaineer, available, unlockable only through Western Horse, obviously. And these challenges, since they're specific to Western Horse, just wanted to get that one out of the way since that's the only one unlockable right now. Now let's just jump into the other 11, which are all unlockable through and only through the Darkest Shore. Alright, so now the first one up here is the Bloodraven Hunter, and of course I'll leave a link down below in the description if you just want to see text of this, because I know some people may just want to read this out. This is a post on Reddit. I'm just reading straight from it. I do not take credit for finding any of this, because I didn't. I literally just went on Reddit, I saw that people found it, and I decided to share the information. Just want to throw that out there. But yeah, the first character, like I said, in the Darkest Shore unlockables is the Bloodraven Hunter, and just like in the Final Reich, how we had to kill a point zombie or a jolt zombie, this is exactly what we have to do here. All parts A to C are obtained randomly by killing treasure zombies in the Darkest Shore. So basically, once you get a treasure zombie to spawn, you shoot that son of a bitch until you kill him, and eventually, once you obtain all 3 parts, you will be awarded with the Bloodraven Hunter character. Very easy, very self-explanatory. That one's out of the way. That's 2 out of 12 characters down. Now the third one is the Deathraven Hunter, sorry, and the first challenge for it is to survive 25 waves without opening any doors in the Darkest Shore. That's gonna probably be rough. It's a round 25 starting room challenge, so I don't know how big the starting room is gonna be, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be easy to do. But that's the first challenge up. Next one up is to survive 20 waves without firing a weapon in the Darkest Shore. Without firing a weapon in the Darkest Shore. So there's a possibility that we could be getting more than one new melee weapon, or we could be just, I don't know. This is probably just a melee only challenge to round 20, which is probably not that bad. Or what we can actually have access to is the chainsaw, maybe without shooting any guns. That's possible. But yeah, that's one of the challenges up here for the Deathraven Hunter character. And the final one is to survive 15 waves without taking any damage in the Darkest Shore. And there you go. That's the 4th out of 12 characters for the unlockables. And now the 5th one is the Hunter from Saville. Probably said that wrong, but yeah, the Hunter from Saville. The first challenge for this character is to obtain the pommel in the Darkest Shore. That's of course going to be after the Easter egg is complete. You will obtain the pommel, then obtain the pommel by wave 13. That's the second challenge. Then the third and final challenge is to obtain the pommel within 35 minutes. So from what I'm reading right here, the Easter egg is going to be pretty short. This specific challenge in the Final Reich I believe, was save claws in 60 minutes or less, or 75 minutes or less, so that's about half the time. So this Easter egg is going to probably not be that long and be pretty easy to run through. We're just going to have to wait and see, obviously, but I mean, obtain the pommel within 35 minutes. Next up, for the next character, that's 5 out of 12, I believe. Now the next one is going to be the 6 out of 12, the Deathraven Mountaineer. Survive in the darkest shore submarine pen while the fire pit is active for 10 minutes. Now, of course, since the map's not out yet, I don't know what this is. I can't guide you in any single way, shape, or form. I can only read it to you, but once again, the first challenge is survive in the darkest shore submarine pen while the fire pit is active for 10 minutes. That sounds very interesting, but I don't know what it means, so I'll just move on to the second challenge, which is to kill 100 zombies in the darkest shore submarine pen while the fire pit is active within 2 minutes. Now, the final challenge for the Deathraven Mountaineer character is survive 10 waves within the Nerthus Sacrificial Chamber without leaving, which sounds, whoa, it sounds very interesting, very exciting, but again, I have no idea what it means, so I'm not going to get too pumped for it yet. That is the 6th or 7th out of 12 characters. I don't know, I'm probably counting very wrong, but let's just move on to the next one, which is the Mountaineer from Ural. And the first challenge for this character is to obtain the pommel without unlocking the Uberspriggen, which is the Pack-a-Punch machine. So you have to do the whole Easter egg without unlocking Pack-a-Punch. Next, obtain the pommel without acquiring armor or down players. So with this achievement, or with this achievement for the specific character, you cannot die, you cannot go down, nobody on your team can go down, and you cannot get any armor. So it's a no jug, no down full Easter egg run. If you do it, then you get this achievement. Then the final one for the Mountaineer from Ural is obtain the pommel without blitz buffs. Now, I don't know what blitz buffs means. I don't know if they're gonna have some add-on to blitz. I don't know what buffs means, but I mean, that's what's here. Don't know if it's a typo, but yeah, obtain the pommel without blitz buffs. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, sorry, I had a burp again. I don't know why. Not going to edit that out, but we're just going to keep rolling. Obtain the pommel without blitz buffs. I'm just going to say that that's going to be to do the Easter egg without any perks, but I'm not positive. So, of course, that's what I'm saying. I'm reading you the text as it is. So, take it for what it is. Take it for what it is, and as the map releases, I guess you'll find out 100% for sure what that is. Now, we're down to the final few characters, and the next one up here is the Bloodraven Survivalist. And the first challenge for this one is to escape the darkest shore solo. So it's just to complete the Easter egg by yourself, solo, no help whatsoever. Next, obtain the pommel solo in the darkest shore. So this is to complete the Easter egg, and then obtain the pommel solo all by yourself. And the final one, once again solo, survive 40 waves in the darkest shore. And once completing all 3 of these challenges, you will be awarded with the Bloodraven Survivalist character. Next, we have the Deathraven Survivalist character, which of course also has 3 challenges like every single other unlockable character here. But the first one here is to survive 40 waves without down players in the darkest shore. Should be pretty simple to do. Not sure how tight spaced this map is, but survive 40 waves without down players in the darkest shore. Next, we have survive 40 waves without turning on the power in the darkest shore. Then the final one is survive 40 waves without acquiring armor in the darkest shore. And this is going to probably be the roughest one out of all 3 of these right here, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Again, that's for the Deathraven Survivalist character, and now we're going to move on to the Survivalist from Hanoi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's the Survivalist from Hanoi. I mean, that's how I'm going to say it. The first challenge for this character is to escape the darkest shore. Very simple, very self-explanatory. I feel like this is going to be the easiest character to get. Not positive, but let's just go ahead and keep reading through these. Escape from the darkest shore is the first one for the Survivalist from Hanoi. Next, we have escape the darkest shore by wave 13. And then finally, escape the darkest shore within 40 minutes. So these challenges are very, very similar to the ones from before. The other one was also wave 13, but it was 40 minutes, and this one's wave 13, and this, no, the other one was 35 minutes, and this one's 40 minutes, so I believe, oh no, there's a casual and a hardcore Easter egg. So obtaining the pommel and escaping the map are actually 2 different things. That's the difference. The Hunter from Saville said to obtain the pommel in the darkest shore, obtain the pommel by wave 13, and obtain the pommel within 35 waves. And the Survivalist from Hanoi is to escape the darkest shore by wave 13, and escape the darkest shore within 40 minutes. So I'm guessing the escape part's going to be the hardcore Easter egg, and this is the one you're going to have to complete in a little bit. You have five extra minutes to complete. and actually get this character. But yeah, just wanted to put some clarification out there that you're not actually doing the same thing. One of them's for hardcore and one of them's for casual Easter egg. But let's just move on. We have 3 more characters left, and that will be the end of the video. And now we are moving on to the Bloodraven Slayer character, which is to, well, there's 3 challenges obviously, and the first one is to destroy every destroyer without missing in the darkest shore. I don't know what the destroyers are, but that's what the challenge says. Destroy every destroyer without missing in the darkest shore. That's the first one for the Bloodraven Slayer. Now the second one for the Bloodraven Slayer is to destroy a Stuka with a Flagger Blast in the darkest shore. Wow, I do not know what that means, but destroy a Stuka with a Flagger Frost in the darkest shore. I think that's the LMG. The LMG that looks like a cinnamon stick, I don't know what those are called, a churro. It looks like a churro. Destroy a Stuka with the friggin' churro in the darkest shore, the churro rocket launcher. That's what it looks like. So that's one of the challenges, and then the final one for the Bloodraven Slayer is to destroy 15 bombers in the Monkar tunnels without taking damage in the darkest shore. And that's going to be it for the Bloodraven Slayer. And now we have 2 more characters left, the Deathraven Slayer and the Slayer from Casablanca. Obviously, we're just going to start off with the Deathraven Slayer, and the first one up here to acquire the Deathraven Slayer is to survive 40 ways with only 2 mystery box weapon purchases in the darkest shore. So this is a 2-box challenge, and whatever 2 weapons you get, you have to keep for the remainder of the game and use all the way until around 40. Once you hit around 40, you'll be awarded with this achievement right here for this character. Next up, finish 25 consecutive waves only using the GUER, or I forgot how to pronounce this name, but the GEWEHR 43, the GUER 43. I think I said that wrong. Sten or GPMG in the darkest shore, but I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely butchered that name. But you have to just survive 25 waves in a row using one of these weapons, and they're all DLC weapons from the previous DLC. We just got the Resistance DLC weapons, the DLC before that in December. All 3 of those weapons that came in the DLC are the weapons you have to use to actually get this achievement. Once again, it's to finish 25 consecutive waves only using the GUER 43, Sten, or GPMG in the darkest shore. And I know I'm definitely saying that wrong, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, the final challenge for the Deathraven Slayer is going to be survive 40 waves without using explosives in the darkest shore. So I don't know if Jack in the Boxes actually count, but nonetheless, this challenge is just to survive 40 waves without using explosives in the darkest shore, meaning no starting pistol, no rocket launchers, no grenades, presumably no Jack in the Boxes either, just straight up killing zombies with your guns, and you'll be good to go and be able to get that challenge done. Then the final character up here that we have for the darkest shore unlocks is the Slayer from Casablanca. The first challenge to unlock this character is to escape the darkest shore without unlocking the Uberspringen. Very simple, very self-explanatory, just like before. Just do not open a pack-a-punch. Escape the darkest shore without acquiring armor or down players, just like before. Just the difference is that you're escaping the darkest shore and you're not actually just acquiring the pommel. And then the final thing, wait, I don't know, maybe acquiring the pommel is going to be the hardcore Easter egg. I'm not exactly sure. I really don't know, so I'm not even going to comment on it. But let's just get to the final challenge for the Slayer from Casablanca, which is to open the corpse gate by wave 5 in the darkest shore. The corpse gate. That sounds very, very interesting, but I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to comment on it. But that was it. That's how to unlock all 12 characters from DLC 1, the Resistance, the Darkest Shore, and of course that one from Gross and Horse. If the video did help you out in any way, shape, or form, make sure you drop it a thumbs up. Of course, make sure you're subscribed. This way you don't miss any of the Call of Duty World War II Zombies videos, streams, and anything in the future that can possibly help you out. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys later.